So far, I've taken a pad sander to it, a pretty low grit, to try to get the finish off, and I just want to take a sneak peek and see what it looks like before I go to a higher grit. So, mineral spirits will tell how we clean the sawdust off. And right now I'm looking for evidence of the glue that burned the finish. I really think that it was the polyurethane finish that was burned. I think that's what she saw, because when I put the sander on it, big flakes of it came off. I don't see any.
How hard was it to get all the rings off? You have to push harder.
Yeah, you're not supposed to push. You're supposed to hold the sander there, but I did a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it took quite a bit of going over with a pretty low grit. I started at a higher grit sandpaper because I was nervous, but it wasn't picking the finish off. What I found was that the finish here, there were so many coats of polyurethane on top of the table that it was like Kevlar.
It laughed at you. Like,
yeah, it said, yeah, right. Look at that.
wow.
So I still intend to go over this with a finer sandpaper. It doesn't feel rough though. But holy man, look at that grain. Look at that.
Wow, that's pretty.
That's beautiful. Mineral spirits it's a cleaner. It just takes the sawdust up. That's what all this crud is.
Okay.
See, now I'm looking. Are these light spots here?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
When it dries, so maybe I shouldn't get too excited yet. I'm just gonna have to see.
Do you remember? Well, I have pictures.
You have pictures.
Yeah.
We're gonna treat that like a map, actually.
Yeah.
I thought about that because if these are light spots from the burns, then I'll have to pay more attention to that when I sand it with a higher grit.
So you're gonna go again over this mineral spirit again with
I mean,
the orbital sander, and
you
then
know, most people would just keep sanding and then clean it up once, but
Okay.
I'm a little nosy,
Yeah.
so I'm taking an interim step because I wanted to see what it looked like.
yeah.
You know, I wanted to see
Well, it's
if it came up, and I wanted to see this wood because it
Yeah.
was buried underneath all that varnish. And
we didn't know what we were working with really, so
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm nosy. So anyway. Oh my god, big water coming through.
sorry.
This goes on, not like paint, by the way. It goes on like it's like water. I mean, the wood is just going. You can see it just sucking it right up.
Yeah.
Which is good, because that means it'll give us an even finish with the stain. All right, so I'm gonna work my way around here.
I'm trying to impale myself on the weight set.
Yeah, watch where you're stepping. It smelled so bad upstairs. When you were, you know, my marketing manager here was out of town this week. Wiped everything down with mineral spirits, and it was so stinky. I had the windows open, fan on. I had to bake chocolate fudge brownies to get rid of the stink.
Oh darn.
Oh,
Don't you
darn.
hate it when that's the only solution to your problem is baking brownies?
It was the only solution. So once upon a time, Colleen was in the Indian Princesses in our old house way back when in Naperville, which is why I'm wearing this lovely. They were called the Indian Princesses. I think now they're called the Y Guides, Y Princesses, because of they want to be respectful to the Native Americans. We meant no disrespect, but I wanted to show you this. There's a whole reason why. This is Colleen's Zuni vest. She was in the Zuni tribe. See the big teepee federation, Naperville Y, Indian Guides and Princesses. These are her badges. This is her nice vest.
Yes.
Were you ever that little?
I guess so.
Every time she did an activity, they had a different badge.
Wow, I haven't seen this in so long.
Long time.
I remember that pumpkin badge. This, the 2002. I was, how old am I? I was
Yeah, you were little.
8.
Third grade? Second grade? Second grade.
Second grade.
First grade?
Yeah.
So, So back to this table. So this table belongs to a friend of ours named Lori. And Lori's husband, Jeff, was the chief of the Zunies.
Mm-hmm.
And we were neighbors and good friends. In Naperville, we're still friends. So anyway, this is Lori's table. So that's why I wanted to introduce this. It's her table. And why did she need it refinished? She called me and said, hey, do you refinish tables? Do you strip and stain, or do you just paint? I said, we strip, and then we made strip jokes, and we've already gone down that path, so I won't do that now. She said, I have this table in my garage for years, and it's covered with these round circle stains. And she said, I gotta tell you why. She was gluing these badges onto the vest because her two girls, Alyssa and Emily, were also in the same tribe. Obviously, Dad was the chief.
Mm-hmm.
She was gluing them, got hot glue on the table, burned the finish off over and over and over. It looked like wine glasses on a table, but it wasn't. It was more sorted. It was, each badge. I don't know what happened. She said, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I was thinking. Why was I doing it on my dining room table? Don't know. Can you help me fix the thing? So a long-winded story for how Squaw Who Bakes is now stripping the Zuni table. Part of the analysis here, we did our little small side table using this same stain. That was our test subject because I didn't want to jump in.
This is a special project.
Yeah, didn't want to jump in on this cold, so
we've used the exact same stain that you're using now on that side table, and it turned out pretty okay.
And Lori said, hey, I like that. Oh boy, this is awkward because these gloves are big. She said she liked the color, she liked the stain. She said go for it. So we're going for it, man. Here we go.
Try in this awkward.
In this really awkward position, I'm just going to jump in. Did we mention that we already did the conditioner?
Oh my god. I'll put together a list of steps for myself because
don't follow the technical instruction here.
It's not very organized.
No, well, it's very organized.
It's organized in execution, but not in afterthought.
No, in verbal.
In verbal.
I'm not doing it. I'm dipping this rag into the stain, wiping it on, looking at it. There is some judgment here.
Okay.
Looking at it, and then I'm wiping it off quick. And as I'm doing this, I'm pushing in a little bit, pushing down, because I want to make sure it gets all in there. Ooh!
Is that a good ooh or a bad ooh?
Yeah, look at it.
It looks good to me. You're the expert.
So these are the legs. These are the pedestal legs. She's not too bad. For Lori's table. I have put 2 coats of polyurethane on so far. I'm on the point where I have to sand them to put the 3rd coat on.
Okay.
But what I want to do is I wanted to flip them and look at what the underside. I wanted to put some poly on the underside because I didn't do it the first time around, and I see that it's kind of a mess with drips. I made a mess when I was doing the top. But it's fixable. See these bubbles?
Okay.
This is why we sand. The underside here doesn't have any polyurethanes. It's just nasty drips. And actually the underside didn't have any poly on it to start.
Oh, really?
It didn't, because furniture makers sometimes you know, they
Conserve.
get lazy
Yeah.
because they figure it's the underside.
Well, and
We
they're
don't need to protect.
conserving their own material, right? And
Right.
Their
And
product.
you can see that the board that the table rests on, it didn't have any polyurethane
No.
on it at all. And I didn't even stain, like this part, I didn't stain this part. This part I stain and polyed, it looks nice. Because if somebody peeks under, you can see. But, you know, I wanted to leave some of the original, so I've left that. But I'm gonna clean, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sand these drips off, clean this all up, wipe it down with tack cloth. Then I'm gonna flip them again and sand what I polyurethaned yesterday because there are some bubbles. And the reason that happened is because of the big grooves here.
Oh. Yeah, were you able to get it in there? And all the
Yeah, I
polyurethane?
mean, putting the poly in there is easy. Getting the stain out when I stripped it was not easy.
I guess it's like trying to get the red nail polish off versus putting clear top coat.
Yeah, and then you can see here, this is the underbelly. At some point, someone has repaired these a few times. So here's an angle bracket on this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
There's a couple angle brackets on here. I didn't take them off because, you know, they're holding it together. There's also screws that go right through here. Some of them, I don't know if they were originally there or if someone had to do a repair or not. I left them. These are pretty sturdy now. There's no wobbles anywhere. We did do some repairing. We put some, you know, wood glue and some other stuff in there just to reinforce. Invisible to the naked eye. But it's good. I just gotta get to work.
Yeah.
Coffee. I have 6 brass feet here. And I think we talked about it before, but if we didn't, it took me 2 days of scrubbing and polishing to get this back to the brass. I'm sure we have before and after.
Yeah, it's
before shots.
been a while since I've looked at it.
They were really gross, and I didn't want to use anything too caustic because they're old.
Yeah.
So it was old elbow grease.
Did you know what was under? Did you know what metal?
I didn't know if it was copper or brass because it turned green and black,
Like with tarnish or?
like tarnish, but Tarnex didn't work.
Oh, just
Yeah, I've used Tarnex
Muscle.
in my mom's silver before. Tarnex didn't work, so it just took a lot of toothbrush and hand scrubbing, but
they look good.
and I did some of the little tacks that were here. I saved them, but we were missing some. So I went to the hardware store and got new ones.
What are these? Just
They're just little furniture brads, with metal trim nails they call them.
okay.
I took the tacks that were on here. They were a little shorter. I just took them to the hardware store and I said, hey, can you help me match this? These are a little bit longer, so I have to whack it more, but
They're
they're working
part-
out okay.
It'll last longer. Maybe.
Yeah, it'll last longer.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
So all I've done here is just put the foot on. Now that's the moment of truth. Where you see I whack my fingers and screw up my manicure.
It's a common theme here.
It is.
It's important though.
Well, these ones are fancy. These
Yeah.
are French manicure.
Those are
Usually it's just
fancy.
garden-variety polish.
No.
You know what? I don't like this one. It's got a little. This one's defective. Hold on. It's got a little.
Look at your nails. Oh yeah, there's a thing on
Yeah,
it.
I'm not using that one. Yeah, all you pros at home are gonna go, she doesn't know how to use a hammer. I'm being very delicate. I don't want to split the wood, it's old.